The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off play action. Francis. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Francis. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Klein. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
We got 3. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Francis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On first down, this is Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now let's go!
Off play action. Klein. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw on second down. Francis. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
On 1st and 10, Francis. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Throwing on 1st down. Klein dumps it off for Geist. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
On the handoff, it's Geist. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now after the run by Geist, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geist. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go now. Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll hand it down to Geist. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Set. 319. 319.
On the ground, it's Geist. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geist, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein going right side here, and that's complete. The 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Gun! Gun! Shift!
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun!
They go play action here on 1st down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On second down, here's Fournette. And now running right through him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air on second down. Francis escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. From the gun on third down, Francis. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
We got 4.
They'll run with Cobb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
We got 4. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landing.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Redskins send out their punter. And no room for error here, as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. Taken right around the 44. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now out come the Jags. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final shot before break. Francis. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the second half with a run by Geis, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Off the play fake. Klein. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Green 39! Green 39!
To throw on 2nd down. Klein. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Big stop, let's go! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Balcon, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Stay with your man.
Back to throw. Klein. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Check. 4 down. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Come on, D. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
What? 90. What? 90. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey.
Here's Cobb. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Man left. Hey, we got 4.
It's Geis on the counter. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Klein. For a hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now at FedEx Field. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this Redskins offense is running away with this one. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. Hunter Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them 1 closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a give running left is Geis. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
39.
Looking to throw. Klein. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down.
Now let's go. Green Green 39! Green 39!
Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Hey, hey! Watch the ship! Watch the ship!
Geis receives the pitch. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And this Redskins offense continues to pour it on. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead.
The Redskins will be kicking off.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Fournette on the counter. And an alley to run. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Off play action. Francis. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
80's getting the ball here. 80's getting the ball.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On first down, Francis. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Francis. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You got three down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Leopard! Leopard!
Tight end right.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Francis. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. From the gun, Francis. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. They begin the drive on the ground with Cobb. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hurry up, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
They'll run with Geis. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Now let's go. 319. 319.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Geis. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
right, here we go. 319! 319!
On 3.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points.